run through a few of the posters, and then you can see how I do it, and just sort of, I'm a big Tour de France fan, so last year for the Tour de France I created this poster. It was the anniversary last year, so it's and again it's lots of layers. I just literally screened up a load of yellow and then added a load of French words taken from the Tour de France, and then just overlaid. It's got my big type out, as you saw there, and just did layer and layer. But it's the thing I really love is the textures and the grunges and, you know, the imperfections within the type. I don't like printing perfect. I like printing with a bit of an edge, and I think that's what Misdruck and Amos over in America and Rowe in Buenos Aires have started the School of Bad Printing, which is a great collection of people who appreciate the imperfections in type. It's not that they're bad printers, they're excellent printers, but they actually appreciate and really like overprinting, lots of textures, lots of grunge, lots of colour, and lots of, you know, just the different like angle type, the bleeding of the type off the page. So it's not normal printing. Traditional printing is very much supposed to be clean, neat, just the perfect impression on the page, whereas we're sort of trying to push things a bit and come up with, you know, letterpress doesn't have to be neat. It can be like just some lovely textures within the type. But saying that, I do like to print some nice clean prints as well every now and again. This is a triptych I've done of some 16-line type, so 3 different types of 16-line type. So you've got like a nice Gothic narrow there. This one's just like a bold condensed, and then like an ultra thin, really thin type. So these were my like specimen sheets. So sheets to see how the type prints, what the letters look like, that I was going to hang on the wall. But rather than do the normal alphabet, I thought I would try and push it a bit and just come up with different ideas. So, I don't know, it's a Lorem Ipsum idea. Just alphabet, but messed up, back to front. And sort of word search idea as well. But yeah, showing the numbers and showing the whole font really. So, but showing it in different, just a different take on a normal specimen sheet. So that's something a little bit different for me, a bit cleaner, just proving that I can do something a bit neater. And then again, so showing another thing last year was the anniversary of the moon landing. So this is my take on that. So rather than just doing it too obvious, I've put the phrase "the Eagle has landed," but using dates, times, coordinates of where they landed, mission timings. So it's just a little bit, again, it's on a Conqueror laid paper, this, so you get the lines of the paper coming through. Hopefully you can see that. And it's very, again, texture of the type. Printing on laid paper is very hard just because of the bumps and ridges in it, but yeah, that's something that I really was pleased with the way it came out. And the way the type's laid down, it's not just accidental, it's all experimented and tried with, and a lot of these I printed on the reverse. Oh, there we go. I didn't like this one. I thought there's too many colours. It didn't work for me, so sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and say, that's not working, and turn it over and start again. So that's a take on my one. And this is a print I've done recently. So I did this. This was too big for my press, so I went over to Whiteman Park to Bright Press with Anne there, and she very kindly let me use her very large Miele press, which was, well, used for printing newspapers back in the day, a big 8-metre long press, and together we got it up and running, and just did about 3 or 4 runs through that of the type, and yeah, it has some really lovely, a beautiful press to print, and again, it's a lovely textures it created, and the gold really the silver, sorry, really shines. I added some grungy effects in there, and just after the print run are done, just get the page, turn it over, and dab it on. Get some ink in there, and so the type's emerging out of the colours, and just a different take on letterpress, really. But it's lovely. It almost is like a 3D effect. You can actually see the bumps and grooves. I don't know if you can see it there, but you can see all the grooves and the imperfections in the type. And I say, on the big press, trying to get things to bleed off was quite tricky, but we had to play around, and yeah, Anne did a great job of helping me out on that one.